sharing data between two components. Sharing data between component. You are able to see my screen?
Leakage
Yes, sir.
Data sharing. I want to share data from one component to another. Okay. I want to share data from one component to another. Okay. How to do that? Let's take an example of my paint. Assume you have a parent component here. In this parent component, you are registering a child component. Okay. You are having some operation here. Operation. The result should be stored here. Result should be stored here. So, whether the components are dependent or independent. As per our knowledge, when we discuss so far, component is a dependent or independent.
Then it's independent, different.
Every component is an independent. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my operation result to my child component by using a concept called input decorator. I'm going to use a concept called input decorator.
2.5 session here.
Ganesh. I'm going to use a concept called input decorator.
Yes, sir.
Whenever you make an operation, that operation can go as a result, that result by using a concept called input decorator. Let's build this. Now I've taken a plain project here, Angular practice. Okay. I have a application. In that I have application.html. I'm just removing everything here. Now you see, I get a plain component. This is my plain. Here, in my TS file, listen carefully, in my TS file, I am declaring a variable saying that first number colon number equal to 20. Okay. And this first number, I want to interpolate here with the help of interpolation. Now you see, you got 20 here. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You all got the 20.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to create one more component. I'm going to create one more component saying that, can you all tell me how to create another component? How to create a component? What is the command?
nggc
nggc child com. nggc child com. Okay, you have to come inside cd xr size. Now you have to use nggc child com. A new component created or not? Now, if you look into the child com, what is your component add tag? This is the selector you have to use. Copy this selector. Go to your app component.html. Add as a tag. Add as a tag. Now, if you go to the application, you got a child complex. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, what I want to do, I want to send this data to my child component.ts. To do that, first you need to do here, get first number colon number equal to 0. Okay. Now, in the app component, sorry, in the child component.html, you put here dr tag and say here div. Under the div, I'm going to use that variable. What is that variable? We created in child component. Get first
Sir,
number.
get first
Copy
number.
this. Okay. Now you see, I got a child component with 0.
Yes,
This
sir.
20 should go into this child component. How to go into that child component? For that, I need to use a concept called input decorator. I need to use a concept called to share data from parent component to child component, parent component to child component. We need to use input decorator. Input decorator under at Angular / core package. From which package that input decorator are coming from? From which package it is coming from?
Angular
Sir,
slash code
Angular
core
/ core
core
package.
package.
Now go to here in the app component.ts file. Under a component, you simply say input. You got the input? Come on, you have to say.
Yes,
In
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
Angular core, you have an input as here.
Yes, sir.
Now, you need to say, you need to decorate this variable input. You need to decorate this variable input as a function. That means that this variable value will pass to my child component. How to pass this variable component to child component? In the HTML here, you need to say here, copy the variable. Copy the child component variable. What is your child component variable? First number. Get first number, paste here. And what is the variable you need to pass? Where is your variable?
Sir, first,
This variable. What will happen? Now see. What
sir, please interpolate.
interpolate is not required.
Not. I think instead of no, sir. No, sir. In between HTML type, we need interpolate of second.
This one, not required. This one is not required. See, interpolation is not required. Ah, clumsy. This is how it is.
Sir, we need to property binding in only for square brackets. Property binding instead of attribute.
Property binding. How to do that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Property binding is a square brackets. Sir. Get first number inside of square brackets. It needs because of the bracket is removed, sir. Outer bracket. It is not required. Yes, sir. Square bracket. It is a concept of property binding. Square brackets. Yes, sir. It's a.
See, sorry, this is a property binding. So, very simple thing. What is the variable you need to pass? You need to pass the variable from your child component is something like app component. This is the variable you need to pass. You copy this variable, pass this component as in your app component, pass this as a property binding. And then which way? No, not this one. You need to take the child component variable, get first number, pass here. And this one need a value. From which variable you are going to get the value? In your app component, first number is your value. In app component, first number is your value. Now you see it will work. Whenever you pass data 20, that 20 comes here. Do you all understand input property?
Yes,
Anybody
sir.
have any questions? Anjali Sharma? Faisal?
No, sir. No. Got it.
Faisal?
Got it, sir.
Anjali?
Sir,
Yeah.
actually, I have missed some like lectures, so I'm not understanding what is a decorator and all. You saying that word, na? So I'm unable to understand what is exactly. I understand the components, file, TS file, and now. So like I have to see the previous videos. That will be enough for me to understand.
Yes.
Okay.
See,
So
decorator
because
is nothing but defining that particular variable as a one of the decorator. I'm decorating this variable. Input is basically a decorator. Okay.
okay.
See, what can you read that? Decorator that mark the class field as an input property, supply configuration metadata. The input property is bound to the DOM property in a template. Are you got my
Okay.
point? People are
Yes.
defining the term as decorator.
Yes, sir.
Any argument you are passing from one component, see, you look into here, there is an operation, the result you need to pass here. Are you got my point? The variable,
Yeah.
whatever for example, you see here, I have a variable called result. I have a variable called result. Understand? This
Yeah.
result, I need to pass here. For that, I'm decorating this result as an input. You understand
Okay.
my point?
Yes, sir.
You got it?
Yeah.
This result, I'm trying to decorate as an input decorator. I'm trying to decorate as an input decorator. Have you got my point? This input decorator will try to pass the data to your result. Have you got my point? Anything happen in this parent module, immediately it will give the result back to the child module. Do you all understand?
Yes, sir.
Everybody understand? Ganesh? Mailswami? Judy?
Can you repeat again, please?
So what I'm saying is, I have a parent component. This is my
Okay.
parent component. This is my parent component in Angular. And this is my child component. Okay. I want to transfer data from parent to child. I want to transfer data from parent to child. I'm going to use a concept called input decorator. You all clear?
Okay.
Okay. The moment when I'm passing data from parent to child component, I'm going to use a concept called input decorator. The decorator will be derived from Angular.core component. Okay.
Okay.
To do that, what is your step one? Step to define that. Steps to define that. Define input decorator. What do you need to do? First step, in parent component, we need to define, we need to import a package input from Angular-core package module. That is your first step. Okay. Now, if you go to my code, let me take the other one. Hold on a second. Let me close this one. Let me take the other project. This is our main project, okay? The one which we are building is to. Now here, CLS ng serve. Is the recording is going on? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Going on.
Now, if you look into here, you got the component here. See, here, I am giving data to first number as 20 and data to second number as 10. The moment when you click on add number, it is making 30. Understand?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is your first number and second number you are giving. Now, this entire operation performing in a single component called parent component. Now, what I'm planning to do in the product component, I'm going to have a product result component, okay, under which I'm going to build the product result component. So what I'm going to do in this project, first, I'm going to create a node PowerShell. Here, ngGC product result. Now, the product result is added or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir. Added, sir.
Product result component is added. Now, what I'm going to do, bring this product result component under HTML of this. And go back. Here, I'm going to say the sum of two number instead in the paragraph app hyphen product. What is my TS name? A selector name, app hyphen product hyphen result. Copy this, go to the HTML here, simply say paste. And then I'm going to use product results. Now go back to your HTML. You see product results works? Say yes
sir.
or no?
Yes, sir.
Now come back. The moment when you click on add button, the result parameter you have, right? In the product TS, you see there is a result parameter.
Yes, sir.
Getting a result parameter. I
Yes,
want
sir.
to pass this result to your product result component as a child.
Okay.
I want to pass here as a result. So
Yes,
what you will do? Second step, step 2. Create a component as a product child. Okay. And
Yes,
then
sir.
include that selector in product component.
Okay.
Include that selector in product component.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
got my point?
Yes, sir.
Third point, In product component TS, we need to define result as at input decorator. Input decorator. So where we are going to do the input decorator?
Instead of product, the
In the
before
product dot TS
variable.
file. You
Before
see
of
the
property.
variable result?
Yes, sir.
Here you need to say at input. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
So whatever the result, it is ready to be sent back to the UI. Now go back to your product component, result component.ts. To create a variable, sum result colon number equal to 0. Make sense? Now, here, this sum result, to copy, go to your result component, say the paragraph, the sum of two numbers is, here you have to use the delimiter, interpolation, save it. Now go back to the application. You see the sum of two numbers is 0.
Yes, sir. 0.
But when you pass data 20, 10, add number, it will not work. Why? Because I've never linked the connection between parent component to child component. I've never linked the connection between parent component to child component. How to do that? To link parent to child, we need to pass argument to the child selector. Or you got my point? So how to pass the child selector? What is your tag name? What is your tag name here? Here you have to use like this. Okay. And your tag name is child result component sum result. You have to pass. And then your result is from your product component.ts, you take this result. You all understand?
Yes, yes.
Can't bind the sum result since it is a known property of app result. Why?
Sir, we need double quotations instead of
So here.
the value.
Okay. You have to mention the sum result also as an input decorator. At input. Now you see here, I never added an input here, right? The moment I select, it automatically appended here. Okay, as a function. Now see, both required. What is the input you are receiving? This parameter is getting the input and this component also getting the input. Now you see here, I'm giving 20, I'm giving 10, add number. You getting a 30?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Where you are building the logic and where you are showing the result. Where you are building the logic, your logic will be built in your parent component. The result will be displayed in your
Child component.
component. Now you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you need to build parent-child relationship. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Please say yes or no.
No, as of now.
In real time, where and all the scenarios you can implement this parent-child relationship? In real time scenario, see, I'm done with this today because I don't want to confuse with you with output parameter, input parameter in a student class. Okay. So in real time scenario, you get list of products from the API. Okay. In this case, we need to build child component where we need to pass individual component layout. Okay, this we will build in later point of time. Individual component. By end of this week, we can build this. Okay. To get the list of product, what is you required? You need to call an API.
Yes, sir.
That and all we need to build in this week. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions? So tomorrow's session is we are going to discuss output component. Output component. Clear my point?
Yes.
Anybody have any questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, please. Anybody have any questions? If you don't have any questions, we'll meet by tomorrow.
Sir,
Ganesh?
I have one doubt
Yeah, please.
regarding to this. Sir, as I am passing to
Come again.
one variable value into another
Okay.
component. Now we are doing in one variable, one property, and that instead of value, passing to another component of variable and value. Parent is output, I think.
You want multiple variables need to be passed from parent to child, right?
Yes, sir, it's possible. Sir,
It is possible. Instead, you create a model. You'll create as a model object. That model object you can pass as a single instance, so that you can get the value. That is the reason I'm showing here. You get the list of product from the API where you need to pass an individual component, each and every record. Okay. Always I suggest either go with single variable or go with the model. Don't go with the two different variables. That is not the good practice.
Sir,
You declare
input.
property as a input decorator. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, in parent component variable before at the rate input, that is parent component of our variable is output of output, I think. But at the rate input, why? Because of that.
I don't understand.
Sir, please go
Telugulo
to.
చెప్పు.
సార్ ఇది ఫస్ట్ నెంబర్ అనేది అవుట్పుట్ కదా సార్ అని ఇన్పుట్ గా ఎందుకు ఇచ్చారు సార్? ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎనీ
ఇది అవుట్పుట్ కాదు. You are passing this variable as an input to the component. See, I'm removing also, it will work. Let me go. Let me do a review.
Okay.
You are saying this result is not required input decorator, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's not a problem. Only the child component is looking for input.
That's why I'm. Yes, sir. That's why I'm asking, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
You
sir,
can remove that. Then what he's saying is only the child component. Listen. Only the child component is receiving the input. Got my point? So only the child component variable need to be decorated as input, not your parent component. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Kishore,
Yes, sir.
that's what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. అదే సార్ డౌట్. ఎందుకంటే ఒకటి ఇన్పుట్ ఒకటి అవుట్పుట్ కదా సార్, అది రిసీవ్ చేసుకుంటాను. దాన్ని బట్టి నేను
Manik, do you have any questions?
అనలైజ్ చేశాను సార్. అది
Manik, do you have any questions? Judy, do you
No,
have any?
so far so good.
No.
Judy, you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
But I'm not seeing any practice.
Yes, sir. Lately I'm little busy,
Okay.
but I'll do it soon, sir.
Okay. Ganesh, you
Yes,
understand?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Somewhat were just I want to recollect that yesterday previous recordings so that I will get some idea. Today the first day. Since 4 days I'm not available.
Okay. Anjali,
Yes, sir.
you understand?
Yeah, to understand, I have to little bit like from starting I had to revise all things. I have missed.
Okay, fine. Okay, guys, we'll meet on tomorrow. We'll discuss about output parameter.
Okay, sir.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
సార్ హ్యావ్ ఎ నైస్ డే సార్.